I was loving what you were saying about the building of teams because and something you said was like, how do you keep everyone on like the same frequency and like attract those people? And I went through a big thing for that in a certain part of my work around 2 years ago. A lot of people that are in my sphere today, some of them have been around since the beginning and some of them came on in the last 2 years and it has been life-changing.
Yes.
Like absolutely life-changing from an energy standpoint, from a spirit standpoint and from a productivity effectiveness standpoint. How have you been trained or how do you sense beyond like someone being able to do the job, obviously, how have you been able to learn how to sense or understand whether someone's on that same brainwave and as you said, or brain energy as you are and has that same value set that you have?
I think it's a lot of conversations and sometimes trial and error. I think my intuition and my gut is the first, litmus test. Is the first kind of line of defense, that I have of like energy's vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that you feel on par. How you answer a question. What are the things that you're saying? Are you speaking from ego? Are you speaking about what is the thing? We meet so many people. We have to use quick judgments and who gets our time, who do you open up to, who do you not? And I think when it comes to building into a team, especially nowadays, you're coming into something that's well-oiled.
Yeah.
You're coming into a machine already. So you have to fit, not just with me, but you have to kind of fit with everybody. You have to know how to communicate the things you need to know how to communicate to. You have to, the ego is something that can get in a lot of people's way when joining a team or joining something that's already really established. And I think coming to a place of learning and listening is really important and not taking things personally. I think, and then it's something to the people that's already been in the team to understand that there's going to be additions, and there is a process there's an onboarding, there's a thing that you have to bring people into the fold in a way to get the best out of them. So I think there's been those learning things along the way that really helped me identify people who that fit and work well within the circle, yeah, I think that's been my kind of process thus far. And then, I always want to create an environment where people want to be.
Yeah.
You're not here for a check.
Yeah.
You're here because you believe in what we're doing and what we want to do. And I'm pretty transparent about those things, So I think just being extremely transparent and forward with those things and know that there's nothing personal if this isn't it, Like I'm the best, I'm the guy that's always going to give you a great recommendation. You know what I mean? Like I want people to win.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I want people to win, and seeing somebody in their strengths, and being like, okay, I can use that. This would be helpful in this way. And if that works out, it works out. And if not, then man, I want to see you do well.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I remember years ago I was listening to Eric Schmidt, who was the CEO of Google for a bit.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how they were looking for smart creatives. And I love that they had two words that kind of summed up what they looked for. They looked for people who were smart creatives. And for me, it became humble champions. I was like, I want humble winners. I want the people who want to win and have that ambition, but are able to put their ego aside, because then we're going to speed up getting there, because the thing that slows you down from winning is ego. Like
1000%.
The thing that stops you from passing the ball is ego, or, bowing out and saying it's your turn is ego. And so, but you still have to have that champion mindset, because it isn't just about, oh yeah, no, you do your thing. Like, and that was a big thing. And then the other thing that worked for me was I was like, I need to work with people that I could go to breakfast, lunch, or dinner with if we didn't work together.
Yes, man.
Like,
that's
do
good.
I actually want to go to breakfast, lunch, and dinner with this person? Because I probably will be when I'm traveling or on the road. That means I like spending time with them, which means I'm happy to coach them.
Yes.
And I'm happy to learn from them.
Exactly.
Whereas if I don't want to, and initially I was like that, I used to just hire people who were great at what they did, but we didn't really have chemistry. Like we couldn't hang out. And that wasn't because they were wrong. It was also because I wasn't aware.
Got you.
And then of course, the mission, the purpose is, that's core and central. And
because even for you, you're spending time from your family with, your team becomes your extended family. They
absolutely,
they are your family. You're eating, like I said, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like there's a part of you that, it has to feel like I'm getting a little bit of my family here. And if it's not that, it's really hard for me, and obviously like, you have a bigger company and there's employees and you're not going to be as personal with everybody within the company. You're not having breakfast, lunch or dinner with everybody. but there's a feeling of, I don't mind on a Sunday, everybody at my house watching the game, spending time. 'Cause that's when, not the 9 to 5 time to be creative or the 9 to 5 time to do the job. That's the extra mile. That's I had this idea and I was just thinking, we're looking at something together and this would be great. Though the best ideas sometimes come from those just hangout moments and those moments where you're just spending time with people that you work with. So yeah, I think that, you're right. That's really important.